If they're not winning, they're quitting. You gotta get them wins. People quit when they're not making progress. This should be common sense, but it's not, which is why we're harping on it and we're talking about it. If my guy doesn't feel like he's getting better, he's quitting. If he doesn't feel like he's learning something new, he doesn't feel like he's making progress. Therefore, he's quitting. Winning is not just dollars. They could get paid and still not know what the hell they're doing. And in their mind, guess what they're saying? I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. If they're not winning, they're quitting. All right, you're working hard, trying to build your business, trying to get things going, trying to get momentum. And every time you get momentum, people quit. Every time. They just quit. So the question is, why does it keep happening, right? Why do people keep quitting? Why do your teammates keep quitting? And more so, how do you stop it? Because you can't build a business on a revolving door of people. You can't build a business if constantly as people come into business, they leave. That's never going to give you freedom. So how do we change the way you lead? And how do we make it to where when people come into business with you, the old people stay? Instead of, I lost 3, but I got 2 new ones. Then I lost another one, but I got 3 new ones. Then I lost another one, but I got 2 new ones. And it's this constant recycling. Now, I bet you some of you are listening right now, and that's exactly what's happening to you. And you never, no matter how much you recruit, and no matter how much you train, you never get to 100, 200, 300 licensed agents. Even though you've recruited and trained more than 100, 200, 300 people. Or maybe you're brand new and you're trying to get to 10 licensed agents. You could get a promotion. But every single time you get a new one, you lose one. Every time you get another one, you lose another one. Every time you get 3, you lose 5. Every time you get another 2, you lose 6. And so it's this constant recycling. Here's the deal. You don't necessarily even need to get more people. You need to change the way you lead. Okay, so in this episode, guess what we're going to do? We're going to dismantle all the reasons why people leave. We're going to talk about what you can control, what you can't control, how to build a team that lasts, all that stuff. I've got some notes here. But I want to remind you that you cannot build a business on a revolving door of people, of agents, because we're in the people business. And so that's not going to work. So I wrote down 10 things, 10 reasons why, okay? 10 reasons why your teammates who you love and care about so much and you need them so badly and you want them to win so badly. 10 reasons why they keep quitting. Why they keep quitting on you, since that's how you feel. And how to change it. So number 1, you're selling them your dream, not theirs. People don't stay for our vision. They stay for their vision. They stay for what they're excited about. I got to know why they started in business. You might be excited about retiring your wife, or your husband, or your parents, or paying off your debt and all this kind of stuff. But guess what? That doesn't necessarily do that for them. Maybe they just want to make an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month. And you're up there selling this dream about boats and traveling and your Bahamas trip that's coming up, and they don't give a crap. Honest to God, they don't. They just want to get out of debt, pay off a couple bills, make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month. If you sell them your vision, you're going to lose them. If you help them build their vision, they will follow you on the way to your vision and theirs and everybody else's dreams coming true. Okay, so it's got to be connected to what they want, not what you want. I wrote down a stat. It says 71% of people who start side hustles, why do you think they do it? It's just a quick Google and I found this. Why do you think people who start side hustles do it? It's not for them to become rich and wealthy. It's for them to build what the article called financial breathing room. That's it. They go in business not to become wealthy. They get a side hustle not to become wealthy. They build a side hustle. They get a side hustle to just get financial breathing room. 71%, 71 out of 100, just to get a little financial breathing room. That means to make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a month here and there to help pay bills and pay for groceries, not to become wealthy. Your dream might be to become wealthy. You might be fired up about them in business because you're trying to get freaking stone cold rich. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But are you connected to what they actually want? Are you talking to them about what they want, not just what you want? That's number 1. You're selling them your dream, not theirs. Number 2, you don't have a genuine relationship with them. They feel like you only call them when you need something. You only call them when there's money on the line. You only call them to see if they have appointments. I remember back in the day, there was this lady in business. I'm not going to drop her name because I think she listens to the podcast, even though she's not in the company anymore. But she called me and she's like, man, I'm so frustrated. I can't figure out why everybody keeps quitting. Guess what I said? I said, you really haven't figured it out? I already know why all your people keep quitting. If I already knew why they quit, I wouldn't be calling you. I'm like, okay. Mind you, she wasn't in business with me. She wasn't on my team. And I said, they quit because it only takes them about 3 to 5 days to realize that all you care about is dollars, and you look at them as a dollar bill and not as a human. They know after about 3 to 5 days that all you care about is making money. All you want to do is get paid. All you want to do is get rich. You care about your dreams, not theirs. You don't even know their dreams. You don't even know their goals. You only care about your damn self. That's why they quit. She didn't like the answer, but she said she agreed. And she never changed it, and that's why they kept quitting, and eventually she left. So people don't leave companies. They leave leaders that don't care about them. They leave leaders that they feel don't care about them. So what do you got to do? I always say you got to build trust outside of transactions. What does that mean? We got to have a relationship other than just when we're on appointments, other than when we're just making money. Dude, my teammates are my best friends. I talk to them all day. We watch movies together on FaceTime. We watch the Super Bowl together on Zoom. We go to the gym together every morning. We go to church together. We go to dinner together. We travel the world together. We talk to each other. Like one big family. Sometimes we fight like family. Like literally, they're like our best friends. They're like, we don't hang out with anybody who's not in business with us. Honest to God, like that's what we do. All of our life is done with people that we're in business with. So we don't just make money together. There's real relationships there. And if you have real relationships, you're going to get somewhere. If your teammates feel like they're just ATMs, they're going to quit. If they feel like you're only calling them, hey, do you have any appointments? Hey, do you have anything on the line? Hey, do you have any recruits? Hey, where are you at for the month? Hey, come on. I thought you were serious about your goals. Hey, I thought you wanted to win. Why don't you take this serious? Hey, why, listen, if they just feel like ATMs, they're going to quit and they're going to walk away and they're not going to be with you in business forever. Number 3, you're not overcoming all the BS in advance. You're not. All the threats. Okay, there's something called SOD, sudden onset of doubt. I start in business, I instantly doubt. Sudden onset of doubt. Instantly. All my small thinking and insecurities come up the second I start something new. Oh, am I good enough for this? Oh, should I be doing this? Is this really the right thing for me? I don't have no experience. What are people going to think? Where am I going to find my clients? What happens when someone says something? It's all this crap right away. Instantly. They're haters, right? Friends, family questioning them constantly. All their fear of doing something outside of the ordinary. Nobody knows me as a business person. Everybody knows me as a nurse. Everybody knows me as a CPA, right? Fear that they're going to lose their identity because they went to college already and, oh man, but this isn't what I went to school for and I spent all this money and what are my parents going to think because they're the ones who paid for it. Listen, all this doubt comes in their head right away. All this doubt instantly, and you don't overcome that up front. You don't tell them up front, hey, your friends and family probably aren't going to understand. They're probably going to think you're crazy. But I want you to know in advance, it's normal. You gotta prepare them for this stuff. They're doing something non-traditional. They're trying to chase a dream to make 6 figures. What kind of people make 6 figures? What kind of people make $200,000 to $300,000 a year? People that went to school for 10 to 12 years. So guess what? Your friends and family, they're not going to get it. I'm telling you right now, they're probably not going to get it. Probably around like week 2, you're going to start to doubt yourself. Call me. But guess what? We're going to get there. Doubt kills dreams faster than failure does. Why? Most people don't even stay in business long enough to fail. They quit on doubt, not actual failure. They're afraid of rejection, and they quit because they're afraid of rejection, and they've never even been rejected. They haven't even been around long enough to be told no, and they quit. So guess what we got to do? We got to equip them to the fight, to entrepreneurship, because they've never been in entrepreneurship before. This is their first time doing something for themselves. They're soft. They've never been in a job that they get rejected at. They're not used to it. We got to equip them. You got to overcome this stuff up front. So when it happens, they already, oh yeah. She already told me this was going to happen. Let me call her. I'm telling you right now, the people I recruit, they don't quit. The people I recruit don't quit. Why? They know I care about them and I teach them and I prepare them. And we have this, conversation. So you got to overcome all the doubt up front. Number 4, you're not getting a fast start done right away. If you're in my industry, this one's for you. Someone comes in business with you. They start on a Wednesday, Thursday passes, Friday passes, Saturday passes, Sunday passes, Monday passes, Tuesday passes. You still haven't done their fast start. You still haven't sat them down and actually started them in a business because they're like, oh yeah, let's do the same time next week. Guarantee quit. Someone starts with me today, we're sitting down to doing their fast start within 12 to 18 hours. Going over everything they need to know, getting them off to the races, getting them freaking excited, getting the ball moving. Slow starts lead to no starts. Slow start leads to nothing. There in our business, it's either fast start or no start at all. I'm telling you right now. Human needs are like the death of people. People in business, they need an immediate win. Small wins. Like immediate successes along the way to validate the decision of even trying this out to begin with. Like they need to see some sort of progress instantly. That's just a human need. This is normal. You don't give them something right away. The longer the wait, the less they believe. The longer they wait, the less they believe. That 72-hour window, I'm telling you right now, that first 72 hours has to be right. Otherwise, no retention. Okay? Right away, book their first training appointment, get them in their first training, have them show up to Finance 101 if you have something, have them to get some sort of success, something in the first 72 hours, even doing their own financial needs analysis. I don't care what system you run, who your coach is, who your trainer is, what team you're on, none of that crap matters. Something better get done the first 48 hours. That 72-hour window is when you make or break. Speed builds belief, okay? Hesitation is going to kill you in business. Number 5, you're not getting in front of their family and their spouse. Okay, if the spouse is against it, the spouse is going to pull them out every time. I'm telling you, if you want to keep people, you need to win. You need to get a win for them in the home team. You know what the home team is? The people in their home. Hey, even on Zoom, hey, I want to meet your family. Where's your husband at? I want to meet your husband. I keep hearing about him. Let's meet him real quick. Where are the kids? I want to see the kids. Oh, how cute. Is that your dog? I just saw the dog walk by. Like, you got to win their home team, okay? Set a call with the spouse. If you're in business with me, I tell you like, hey, I want to sit down with you and your husband. I want to sit down with you and your wife. We believe in spouses in business. I want them to know what you're doing. I want them to know who you're doing it with. This is so important. So important. Tell your story, why it matters that families in business. Share the family story. That's what it's all about. Your teammate might have joined you in business, but if their spouse isn't involved, I'm telling you, they're halfway out already. I have a couple that just started with me, instantly got the spouse involved. Instantly. Every single time. Every time. Because the spouse is going to be the best teammate. Or the reason they quit. One of the two. You got to be intentional about it. No one is going to run through business all the way to the top without their spouse's support. You got to get the spouse involved. You got to make it a point to enroll the spouse right away. Number 6, you're not in constant communication with them. Constant personal communication. If you don't communicate with them daily, guess who is? All the haters. All the haters. Their family, their best friends, their cousins, their spouse. Everybody who's waiting for them to quit. You have to be talking to them every single day. Have to be. They got to be plugged in. They listen to whoever is the loudest in their life. And it's got to be you. You got to be the voice of reason, reminding them about their goals, reminding them about their dreams, reminding them that everyone's not going to get it. You got to do this stuff up front. Make sure they're in your group chat. Make sure you have them on social media. Make sure you got their spouse on social media. Make sure you're building a relationship with them. If you go silent, guess what? The doubt gets really loud in their mind. Remember that sudden onset of doubt. You can't go quiet. You can't. Not if you want your teammates to stay. They will constantly quit if you do not constantly communicate with them. Number 7, you're not plugging them into the environment, into the events. You keep them on a freaking island. Isolation kills belief. I have people on my team that are idiots. They do this. They do this all the time. They do this all the time. For whatever reason, they keep their team off on an island by themselves. Stupid. I'm telling you, it's so stupid. Because every time I've got a teammate, I mix them in with everybody. I'm bringing all my best people in to meet them. I'm connecting them with everyone. Because first of all, I don't want anyone to need me. If your team needs you, you're going to lose them. You do not need to be needed. You got to get over the need to be needed. When they call someone else, oh, why didn't you call me? Shut up. Like, I'm telling you right now, that is going to kill you in business. That insecure bullshit is going to kill you in business. I'm telling you right now. We got to put the freaking Explicit notice now. Damn it. My bad. Rewind. No. But you see what I mean? Like, but this is a topic I'm very passionate about, because this is why so many of you just suck in the business, because you are just crushing yourself. No one's killing you but you. You're killing yourself because you're doing all this stuff wrong. You're doing all this stuff wrong. You got to get your team involved. The environment dictates endurance. Environment dictates endurance. They have to be woven into the team. If you're in the mastery class, I talked about enrolled, not recruited. We have a whole sheet, right, in the mastery toolkit. Enrolled versus recruited. That's what I'm talking about. Recruited, they quit. Enrolled, they stay. Okay, we spent a whole long time talking about this in the mastery class because this is a big deal. So what do they need to be enrolled in? Weekly events, talking to the team, talking to other teammates. There's sidelines, not just you. Not just you. No one wants to just hear from you all day. My team, I train my directs the least. Everyone else trains them because I want them enrolled. I want them woven in. People need to see what's possible, not just hear about it. Listen, I wrote this down. People are 67% more likely to stay if they attend their first event within 30 days. That was from Harvard Business Review in 2023. I had it screenshotted and shared in my, saved in my favorites, in my pictures. People are 67% more likely to stay in a group or a business if they attend an event within 30 days. Why? Because you're getting them plugged in. Proximity builds belief. Distance builds doubt. 67%. That's high. Imagine if you could keep 67% more of your people, get them woven in. It can't just be you. Some of us, we want to be like, we want to be important so bad that we just shoot ourselves in the foot. Because if our team starts talking to anybody but us, we get insecure. Like, why are you talking to them? You should only talk to me. This crap, I see it so often. It doesn't really happen in my team so much anymore. What my guys do is they're so independent that they keep their people on an island, and they just F themselves in business. Because you just took this big freaking company and this big team and you made it small for your new guy. You made it small. You want to know why you made it small? Because, like, in my team, for example, there's 600 licensed agents. And in your team of 22 or 50, you just took your guys and put them over here on an island all alone with your 50. Now they think the whole thing is 50. When as a company, we're 87,000 licensed people. You make it small. Okay, guess what happens with small? Small gets quit on. Okay? Proximity builds belief. Get them around people winning. Number 8, they quit because they're not growing. The bottom line. They're not making any progress, or they feel like it. People stay where they grow. People want to win. The reason I still go to my gym that I will drive 35 to 40 minutes to get to, because I've got the best coach in the game, and Coach Ryan Benson, who coaches Zero Gravity bodybuilding team, at One Gen Gym with him and with Larry Wheels. And the environment, guess what? I see progress in my health and in my physical fitness. So I will drive 40 minutes or 2 hours to go to that gym when I have a gym literally like 2 minutes from where I live. I could walk there. LA Fitness, 24-hour fitness, you name it. I will drive 40 minutes to my gym. Why? Because I get progress and I get results there. People stay where they grow. If they don't see improvement, they disengage. If they don't see progress, they quit. If they don't feel like they're getting better, they leave. So guess what I always ask? Hey, what'd you learn today? What are you learning right now? What do you feel like you need to know? What's one skill you want to master this month? What do you feel like is missing? What can I do? What do you feel like is the next thing you really want to get good at? I ask constantly. Hey, what'd you take away from the event? What stood out to you the most? What did you learn? Constantly. Miniature milestones. Hey, let me teach you how to run the software. Hey, let me teach you how to submit the application. Hey, let me teach you how to whatever. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you help me out? Can you get this person registered for licensing? Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you help me out? If they're not winning, listen, if they're not winning, they're quitting. If they're not winning, they're quitting. You gotta get them wins. People quit when they're not making progress. This should be common sense, but it's not, which is why we're harping on it and we're talking about it. If my guy doesn't feel like he's getting better, he's quitting. If he doesn't feel like he's learning something new, he doesn't feel like he's making progress. Therefore, he's quitting. If they're not winning, they're quitting. Winning is not just dollars. They could get paid and still not know what the hell they're doing. And in their mind, guess what they're saying? Oh, I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. If they're not winning, they're quitting. Okay? They got to be learning. They got to be making progress. Number 9, they might be quitting because you're using the wrong form of motivation. You're using shame to motivate them. Shaming people for not showing up to meetings. Shaming people for not putting up bigger numbers. Shaming people for losing in elite circle. Shaming them for being late to the event. Like, oh my God, how are you? You're late? Really? That's nice of you to join us. I've watched people do that when people walk in the training. God, it's so stupid. Like, what in the world are you thinking? But people do it every day. Okay? Let me just be clear on something. Remember in the beginning, I said you need to change the way you lead. Accountability does not mean humiliation. It does not mean shame. You got to lead with vision and inspiration, not guilt. No one wants a boss. They have a boss at work already. They got in business to not have a boss. None of my guys, none of them, I guarantee you could survey all 600 of them. None of them, not one feels like I'm their boss. There's no way. There's just no way. If anything, I don't even pay attention to them half the time. It's the complete opposite. They're begging me to answer the phone and tell them what to do. Humiliation and accountability are not the same thing. No one wants to be told what to do. They don't want a boss. They want a coach. They want a partner. They want someone who believes in them. They want a mentor. They don't want a boss. Okay? If you're correcting them and you're always like, well, I'm giving constructive criticism. No, that's not constructive criticism. It shouldn't be any criticism at all. It should be coaching. That's it. It should be empowering. It should empower them. The coaching should empower them where they're excited and they feel better. It shouldn't diminish them. Leadership is not constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is it's an adult term used for being an asshole. That's what constructive criticism is. And then we'd say, well, they just can't take any feedback. No, you're an idiot. That's why you're a jerk. You need to coach them, and coaching should feel like empowerment. Even when it's discipline, even when it's correction, it should feel like empowerment. They should leave the call or the conversation feeling better, feeling like, oh, okay, I learned something today, and all right, I need to do better. They shouldn't feel like they disappointed you. Unless they're doing something morally and ethically wrong. That's different. And even then, it could still be empowering. Everything has to be done with love. That's leadership. Shame pushes people out, okay? Shame it's just bad. It's an insecurity. It doesn't work. I'm telling you, I've seen it over and over again. And then when some BS thing pops up somewhere else, you lose all your guys. Whether it's to a distraction, whether it's to an emergency, whether it's to a different industry, whether it's to a different company, you lose your guys because you're a jerk. If we're just being honest, you're an asshole, so all your people leave. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, shame doesn't motivate. And last one, number 10. Whew, this is the hardest one to hold on to. Okay, number 10. Sometimes, even when you do everything right, they still quit. That's just the reality of it. And guess what? There's nothing we could do about it. Sometimes you could do it all right, and they still quit. And that's the part of leadership that sucks. But you know what? Here's the bottom line. This is not for everyone, and that's okay. And I had to come to a point where I finally accepted that. You know what? It's not for everybody. Not everybody who starts with me will finish with me. Not everyone who's in business with me at the beginning will be in business with me at the end. And I had to accept that. People quit for sometimes reasons that you can't control. Fear, laziness, lack of commitment, insecurity, their own family drama, their own self-sabotage. They just find a way to F up everything that's good for them. Some people, that's how they go through life. You can't control that. And you can't want it more badly for them than they do. That's just the reality of it. And there are times where you're like, God, I just want my guys to win so bad. And you know why you want that? Because you're genuinely a good person. And so you want that. I've got people on my team that just constantly just like, man, I just feel so bad because I have so many people that I want to win, and I'm struggling to answer everybody, and I'm struggling to help, and I feel like people are slipping through the cracks. The reality is that you cannot save everybody. You cannot save people. It's not your job. Our job is to lead, and then the right people will stay. It's not your job to rescue people. Your job is to lead, to give them an opportunity, to teach them, to pour into them, to love on them, to mean it, to be genuine, and coach them and show up and meet them where they're at. And then guess what? It's their job to do the rest, and we can't do it for them. And here's the reality. You could do it all right, and they will still they will still sometimes quit. But enough will stay. Enough will get licensed. Enough will say yes. Enough will go through the process with you. Enough will become certified and get that stamp of approval and go on to build. And if you do it and you do it long term, enough will do all of the right things where you and them will become financially independent, where you'll have everything you want. Your spouse will have everything they want, and your team, your guys that are with you, that ride with you from the very beginning, you'll watch their dreams come true, and you will help them make their dreams come true while your dreams come true. And I know that all that's true because it's exactly what happened with us. The amount of people who have quit is tenfold more than the amount of people who have stayed. And through the process, we've become completely, to the point where we don't ever have to worry about anything. So, back to where we started as we end. You cannot build a business on a revolving door. You cannot build a business where you're losing people as fast as you're adding them. You got to learn how to keep the old while you add the new. And if you can do that, you have a great business. As always, everybody, if you're not in the Goat Sledge, feel free to join. Go on my Instagram, go to my bio, click where it says Goat Sledge and join. I post all day how to build, well, not all day, but almost every day. I'm putting something in there on how to build your social media and interacting with the team. And if you are not part of the mastery, you are welcome to join us. Send me a DM. We will get you into our private Telegram group that's about 400 people now of everyone who's taking the mastery class. The whole mastery toolkit that I wrote on everything I've learned on how to recruit, from objections to how to find people online, in person, all of it from start to finish, and 8 hours of recording from class 1 and class 2. And you are welcome to hop into that too. Thank you for all the shares. Also, thank you for all the support and everything you guys do. We will see you soon. We're out.